Hello guys and welcome to Astrology Coaching by Anatoly. Today I prepared one very interesting video. It's about the planet Mars and the athletes. Most of the time Mars is one of the most important planet when we are speaking about sports, about athletes, about people who are into the sport field. Mars is the energy, competition, Mars is the drive, the energy to win the battle. So every athlete has to have strong Mars in order to win the battle. Of course, we have to know the whole chart. It's very important to know all the aspects, all the power of all the planets, but still Mars is one of the keys. But if you are dealing with astrology, maybe you have noticed that there are some athletes where Mars in their birth chart is not very strong, and you ask yourself how this happens. I mean, if Mars is weak, it is almost impossible to be a good athlete. And I will show you now a few examples how to see the strength of Mars. Of course, I'm speaking about the Navamsha chart, the 9 chart, and now I'll give you a few examples where you will see a weak Mars in the birth chart and very strong in Navamsha. And Navamsha is the chart where you check the real strength of the planets. So if you have weak planet in the birth but the exalted in the D9 chart, this means that your planet is not weak, it is very strong. Okay, so now I chose few international athletes and few Bulgarian athletes because I'm from Bulgaria. The first one is Michael Jordan. Now I'm going to open his chart. Just a second. Okay, Michael Jordan. As you can see in the red circle, Mars is in Cancer, which means that it is debilitated. You ask yourself why this great athlete has Mars debilitated. It's something wrong. Maybe the chart is wrong, the hour of birth is wrong. But if you check in the right section of the picture, when there is a green circle, you will see that Mars in the Navamsha chart is in Scorpio, and Mars is very powerful in Scorpio. It is ruled, Scorpio is ruled by Mars. So basically, we see that in the birth chart, Mars is debilitated, it is weak, but in Navamsha, where we see the real strength of the planet, we see that Mars is exalted. So basically, his Mars is not weak, it is very strong. This is the idea. The other athlete that I have chosen is Michael Phelps, one of the greatest American athletes. And you can see in the red circle, you see that Mars is in Gemini, which is not the best sign for Mars because Mars and Mercury are enemies. But if you see in the right, the green circle, you see that Mars is in Aries, and Aries is ruled by Mars, and Mars is very strong in Aries. This means that his Mars is very strong. The other thing that you can notice here is that Saturn is exalted in Libra, and Jupiter in the blue circle in the main chart is in Capricorn, which means it is debilitated. And when Jupiter is debilitated, this means that this person has more difficulties, he doesn't have luck, there is a lack of optimism in his life. But if you see the small blue circle in the right, you see that Jupiter is in Cancer in his Navamsha D9 chart, which means that it is exalted. So basically, his Jupiter is not debilitated, it is very strong, because in the Navamsha chart, his Jupiter is exalted. Okay, the other athlete, that tennis player that I'm going to show is Agassi Andrei. We see here that one of the powerful combination I'm going to speak about is about when a planet is in one sign in the birth chart and is in the same sign in the Navamsha chart, we say it is vargottama. When planet is vargottama, it is very powerful. So we see here that his Mars is in Taurus in the birth chart, and in the D9 chart it is again in Taurus, which means that it is very, very powerful. The other athlete that I chose is the Bulgarian athlete Maria Grozova, and we can see here that her Mars is in Cancer, which means it is debilitated. But if we check in the D9, we see that Mars, Moon, Jupiter and Ketu are in Cancer again. So Mars is in Cancer in the birth chart and in Cancer in the D9 chart, and it makes it vargottama, which it makes it it makes it powerful. Okay, it is in Cancer, but still we see that if there are other good aspects, it makes the chart very strong. Vargottama planet is a strong planet. We see that Jupiter, her Jupiter is very strong. 2, because Jupiter is in Sagittarius, and Jupiter in the D9 is in Cancer, which is exalted. So the combination of Mars, vargottama, plus such powerful Jupiter makes the chart very successful. The other example that I have chosen is of the Bulgarian tennis player Grigor Dimitrov. You can see that his Mars is in Cancer in the birth chart, and it is in Cancer in the D9 chart, which means it is debilitated, but it is vargottama, so it is powerful. And the other good thing here is that he has strong Saturn, almost strong Saturn, because there is a problem with the power in the D9, but Jupiter here in the birth chart is exalted, and it cancels the debilitation of Mars. However, Mars is still vargottama, which means that it's not so powerless. It's more powerful than debilitated Mars. The other thing is the other Bulgarian athlete, Neshka Robeva. As you can see here, Mars is in Cancer in the red circle, but if you check the D9 chart, it is in Capricorn, which is exalted. That's why she's one of she has very good sport career in Bulgaria. The other thing is I can show you the chart of name Suleiman, where we can see again the vargottama planet. As you can see, Mars is in Libra. Libra is neutral sign for Mars, but Mars is in Libra in the D9 chart, which makes it vargottama and which makes it powerful. So it is not so weak, and it's not neutral. It is powerful. There is ambition, there is drive to win. Okay, so these were the examples of some of the sports that in their birth chart have neutral or weak Mars, but in the D9 chart you can see that their Mars is very powerful and it's not weak. I hope you like it. I hope you like the video, and thank you for watching it. See you soon.